Sarah Living Life YouTube channel. I'm Sarah, and this whole YouTube channel is all about being able to share what life with a disability can look like and sort of all of the different adaptations that I've done and the things that I've done to be able to do the things that I want to do and need to do throughout my life. Something that is very important are things like being able to take care of yourself, and one of the big parts in there is being able to do your hair. I've got a lot of it, and there's lots of different things that people would like to do with their hair. It doesn't always have to be down, it can be up, it can be curled, it can be all of these different things. And I have, over the years, through lots of different trials and tribulations, been able to find out different strategies that work for me in being able to manage all of my hair. And I'm excited to be able to share them with you today. So let's check it out. And hair drying can actually be kind of annoying and rather complicated for me, so I figured that would be a good video to help share just what are some of the adaptive strategies that I use when I dry my hair. This is a very standard sort of size and shape of a hairdryer. What I do is I hold the hairdryer in my left hand, and if I am holding the hairdryer in my left hand, I'm not just holding it in one spot, I'm going to be moving it all around my head, which means that I have to figure out like what is a way that I can sort of hold the hairdryer in my left hand and be able to move it all around and have it not drop. True story, every time I get a hairdryer and it's a new one, I have to figure out what the weight is because I'm going to be balancing it on my hand. So sometimes I hold hairdryers like this, sometimes I hold hairdryers like this. It all just depends on how heavy the, this blow drying part and this like dome where the fan is, it just depends on how heavy that is. And sort of what are the, slight movements I need to do in my wrist to be able to help support that weight. So as I move it around, it's not going to drop and fall, which means I have to learn how to use a hairdryer every single time I get a new one. This one, I'm at my parents' house right now. So this is one that I've sort of used intermittently for the past couple of years, but it's not my hairdryer that I use at home. So it might fall and it might drop and it might be a little funky, but I will show you how to use that. But this is the hairdryer brush that I use, and I hold it with my right hand. I can't really hold on to it super well just because it's the grip of it's a little bit too big for my left hand. I could probably jimmy rig something so that it could affix it to my hand better. But when I do that, this is the tool that I'm going to be manipulating a lot, and they work better if you use them in your dominant side. So it's easier for me to do that in my right hand, which means then I have to blow dry my hair in the left hand. So we'll see how this goes. Also, anytime I go to hotel rooms or if I'm using a hairdryer temporarily that's not my hairdryer, I drop the thing 50 times before I figure out how to actually dry my hair, because again, I'm really learning what is that weight and balance going because I'm moving my left hand a lot. So, all right, so my hair is wet and we'll see. For me, drying my hair, and I've got kind of 1.5 hands, but what happens if maybe one hand is what you have to be able to interact with things, and you still want to have the cool roller brush? Because look, my hair's all smooth. So in that, there are some different tools that exist. I just don't have one, or else I would show it to you, but I'll put links in the description, so make sure to check that out for the different products that I can kind of be talking to. So I know one that I have a few friends that do use and do actually really like it. It's a hair drying stand, and it would stand up on top of the counter. I think you can adjust the height. So it might come about here. It's got a ring in the top of it that you can feed the cord and then the base of the hair dryer through, and then you can kind of position it to an angle that you want. So it will stay fixed and you can turn it on and have it just sort of hang out here. And then while that's fixed, you can move around it with the hairbrush and the things, in the way that you want to. So that could be a way to help facilitate hair drying and having the brush if that's something you wanted. Or just hair drying if maybe both hands aren't accessible or things like that. So that's a hairbrush stand. There also is a way that you can kind of skip the duel of needing a brush and the hair dryer, and they make hair dryers that have the brush at the end of the hair dryer. So I can put links on that too. I used to have one when I was growing up, and I found it really effective if then I sectioned my hair. So I would just bring out little sections. When I dried my hair, I just dried it all at once. And that's kind of what I tend to do, because I don't like to section it, because then that takes too much time. So with the brush at the end, I find that if you're trying to blow dry all of your hair at the same time, then it's not super effective. So you can kind of section off your hair in something like this and kind of blow dry this one section and then kind of work your way up. And those are different strategies on how to be able to adaptively blow dry your hair.